And Andy Frisella said it. It's one of the best quotes I've ever heard. I'm going to repeat it here. Entrepreneurship, 95% of the time you're getting your nuts kicked in.
Yeah.
3% of the time you're confused. And the last 2% you're winning.
I think if you're in 2%, like
you're winning. And then you start back up with the 95% immediately. I think that sums it up better than anything I personally ever heard about entrepreneurship and owning a business.
I was a terrible entrepreneur. Once I started, because what I didn't realize is this. I didn't realize that I had to love the pain in the process. Once I learned to love the pain in the process, that's really where I've elevated my mind. I've elevated my relationships. And here's what I will share with you. I like the fact that I can be very humble now with the right person.
I love that. Love it.
So,
and entrepreneurship will humble you. You have to be willing to take pain. You willing to have delayed gratification. There's times where I'll go months without taking a paycheck because you make sure your employees get paid first. You don't know if every morning when you wake up, you don't know if you have a guaranteed paycheck unless you're in a business that has a monthly subscription, which we now have. Hallelujah. Praise Jesus. Because reoccurring revenue is a gift from God. For 20 years, we've started fresh every morning. We hope we have someone comes in. I have faith. Faith is number one. When entrepreneur, your number one word as an entrepreneur, number one, I don't care who or what you believe in, it's faith. You have to have faith that it's going to work out. You have to have faith that the sales are going to come in. You have to have faith that people are going to come to your brand. You have to have faith, but you have to also put into that faith effort. Massive amounts of effort. People look at me in this branding machine. Do you know how long I've been branding at this level? 20 years. This brand has been firing on all cylinders for 20 years.
AJD, that doesn't surprise me because you're so dialed in. That's why I think I actually walked in and told Mia, that was her name. I'm like, Mia. Yeah. He said he was all about branding. Here's the thing though. It stands out. And I honored you by, what am I wearing?
Yeah. He put on the colors. Look.
So from now on, like I would have all of your guests wear red and black. That's my like, because it's synergy and is you do unique twists that feed your soul. It's like, it's fun. Now that's right for you. But if it doesn't right, there is no excuse for not having a personal brand. I don't care what you do. There's no excuse. It's free.
No matter what.
It's free.
No matter what.
Hey, JD, I have a question for you. Yeah. This is so awesome. Are you sitting down? Okay. Here's my question for you. Who can represent Real Deal better than you?
Who?
At
this point, probably nobody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See? Anybody that says they don't need to build a personal brand, there you go. There's your answer.
And personal brand.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go for it.
It doesn't have to be business. Personal brand, like my personal brand on social media for years and years and years, is family, love, passion, perseverance, giving everything I've got, with a love for my wife, good relationships. That's a brand.
Yes.
Think about that.
It is.
That's a brand.
It's the best part of the brand.
Everybody thinks that a brand just has to be about business. Brand, my family and I, my wife and I, who've been together 24 years, we are really well known for being this beautiful, loving, harmonious couple who's always striving, always persevering, always doing our best, always going on date nights, always with the kids, doing everything with the family. That's our brand. Oh, and we just happen to own 3 companies. That's it. So you don't look at your brand as business. Look at your brand as what are you known for? You're known as the really incredibly nice guy. You're known as this person. What are you known for?
And the only way you get known for who you truly are is by being that person consistently.
Being your authentic self. Who are you? Yeah. Authenticity.
I get it. I understand it's so hard. At JD, it really is hard to get out of your own way And that's the thing that prevents most people. So I do recommend, like, if you are genuine about growing a personal brand, make the investment of getting a branding coach to start.
Yeah.
Okay. Because what they'll do is, so I always, anybody that wants to work with Evolve Your Brand, we only hire,
so this is
that's
also
my
your
production team.
Okay.
So the cool thing is, I actually would love to talk about this with your audience, which is, I want to talk about real estate and real estate market in San Diego, which is wild to me. So you said you live in Scripps Ranch.
Yeah.
When did you buy?
2000 and oh my God, 17.
Ooh, how happy were you because of what happened to your equity?
We actually didn't buy. We rented.
Okay. When did you buy?
We didn't buy. We bought something in 2000. And this is a good story too, because we bought something in 2005, right before 08.
Okay.
And that was a disaster.
Right. So
we bought way back 20 years ago.
Would you ever buy again in San Diego?
For my personal residence, probably not.
Okay. But you would buy in a different state.
Correct. Or something here that would be maybe if it could be an investment property to have passive income on, and maybe. But personal, because it's ridiculously expensive. It's overpriced.
Oh, I mean, how come you would actually invest in real estate?
Just for passive income, build equity.
And the wild thing is, what percentage of billionaires' portfolios do you think are invested in real estate?
It's a high percentage, isn't
it's
it?
It's a huge percentage.
Yeah,
it's like 40, 50%. So I agree with you as far as home prices here. Yeah. And when they're absurd.
Ridiculous.
And it's still a good decision. That's what the scary part is.
Go into that then.
So I want to go into this because I know what people see on the media, but the reality of what's happening in San Diego is very different than what they report on the media. People go into this market thinking like, hey, I've had home buyers that will want to lowball an offer by $50,000.
Yeah.
And the easiest way I can explain real estate in San Diego is very simple. It's a supply demand issue. Okay. So San Diego, I would say, is the best city in the country. Beautiful, great people, everything you would want. Biotech is coming. There's plenty of jobs. There just isn't enough houses. And because we have such an incredible city, the influx of people that want to move here is pretty high. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So when they cash out in other places and they come here and they buy, they continue, especially with the migration we had from LA and San Francisco, the home prices continue to increase, but San Diego is still a better value than some parts of San Francisco and LA. So I think when people say, hey, home prices in San Diego can't get any higher, they are so wrong. Because what's going to happen is when interest rates fall by 1%, you have 5 million more people that are able to buy. And in a market like San Diego, when rates go down, all that means for someone that legitimately wants to buy and own a home here is they will just have to start doing overbidding. I like doing real estate this way.
Where'd you come up with 5 million? 5 million more people?
Oh, it's just a stat. One of the Barry Habib, who's like the god in lending.
Yeah.
For every 1% that rates go down, you get 5 million more people that are eligible to buy.
Got it. Okay.
Not all 5 million are going to buy.
Okay.
But it does help you understand the competition. Right. That's wild to me. When I started in real estate, I always started like relationship based, and I figured it's a big moment because your home is like where all the memories are. You're raising your family. It's a personal, emotional decision. It's actually a very transactional industry. So I just do it differently in the sense that for me, it's all about like, hey, my number one job is to get them the results. If you want to buy in San Diego, then you have to know this market. And I think a lot of times we get in the sales mode in real estate instead of the people mode. Because if you said to me like, hey, I'm not going to live in San Diego forever, I personally, maybe you shouldn't buy. You know, like if you're not going to be here forever, maybe it's a good idea for you to take the money that you have for down payment and go buy a multi-unit, like buy a 10 apartment complex in a different state.
Right.
With the same money, you could get one primary residence here.
Yeah.
So I like the fact that you said be an investor, because I think a lot of people in San Diego get scared about how expensive home prices are, and they don't explore options of leveraging their down payment in other states to make more income so they have more affordability here. So those are like creative things that you can strategize with. But that's like my passion for real estate is this one simple thing. I want to help people create money with money. That's what I'm teaching.
Yep.
So for me, it's being a mortgage advisor, not someone that does your loan. So there's a lot of lenders out there that will process your loan. I want to build a relationship with my clients where they know anything finance, hard money, residential, commercial, everything. I go to Ollie because he's so well connected. He vets everyone in his network. They're all relationship based. So I know I'm going to get a great experience. And then my other thing is this: you're not going to come and advertise me. I'm not just doing your loan. I'm giving you strategy.
Yeah.
Strategy is different. Like you're doing a holistic approach to health, right?
Yeah.
You're not just attacking one aspect. That you're
Correct.
saying, hey, it's an environment. We got to take care of the whole thing for you to show up your very best. I think people get into the finance world, and we've taught them this. They rate shop. What's your interest rate?
Right.
Oh, okay. Well, awesome. Here's my interest rate. What does that matter if I can help you save thousands of dollars because I add strategy? So my recommendation for people that want to buy in San Diego, get started with the financial numbers first. And I'm not saying apply for a loan. What I'm saying is take a look at your monthly income and your monthly expenses. And then what are the expenses that are preventing you from homeownership? That $1,000 car payment, probably not a good idea if you want to buy a house within the next 2 years.
Right.
So it really, I think it's never my job to convince someone to buy a house. What I look at it as is my obligation to guide them to the right decision for themselves. So if you want home ownership and you're doing counterproductive things to prevent you from home ownership, isn't it my responsibility to tell you that?
Oh, yeah.
So I think that for me, real estate passion comes from, I just love explaining the cost of money to people, because when you understand the cost of money, you are empowered to make a decision that's right for you.